so what I'm going to do this video is set it up. So I'm going to set up this project by downloading the music genre starter template. Now you can just double click on that, it'll unzip it, and then you're ready to go. Now you can make this website on the desktop, or you can drag it to your docs folder or my documents or wherever you want, a memory stick, wherever you want to manage your project. Okay, I'm going to put mine in htdocs, which is where I just put my websites. You put it anywhere you like. Okay, so music genre is in there. Right, next thing you need to do is open up a code editor. So I'm using Visual Studio Code. There are others on the market like Atom. You can use whatever you want. All right, music genre, open up. So you'll see here we've got a bunch of files and we've got a CSS file and we're ready to go. So we got in here, the vendor is all the bootstrap gubbins. Just don't touch it, just leave it there and it'll just work. So what I want to do is open up my index page and I want to come down here. You'll see that there's a bunch of HTML. Read through it, try and make sense of it. If I press this div container, you'll see that it finishes there. A container is essentially the wrapper or the outside element of the actual website. So the inner page, not the navigation. The navigation's above it, right? So this will only stretch to 1200 pixels, and you can get this one here, like this is a row. So imagine you've got a stack of pancakes. So you have like 1 row, 2 rows, 3 rows, 4 rows, and each of them are separate, but they are stacked on top of each other. And that would be a bit like a kind of a way to describe what a container is and the rows within it. So essentially, each time you have a row, you are going to then start a new one once you've put content in here that you want to try and like replace. We'll put in a slider. That's what we're going to do, right? So I'm going to put that in the index page, which is the home page. I'm going to put in a slider. So how do I do that in Bootstrap? I go to the Bootstrap website. I'm actually already there, but I'll go back just so you can see how you do it. Documentation, carousel, define carousel there, and then we're back to the carousel page. So here I have lots of different types of carousels. I'm going to pick, I think, the third one down, which has got like these little dots on it and these left and right arrows. I copy that. I go back to my index page, and I'm going to put this above the home page instruction there. So there we go. There's our carousel. It won't do anything because we've got no images in there at the moment. Okay, so I can go back and have a look at this. Actually, let's just go back and look at this in a browser. You can't actually see the carousel because, as I said, there's no images in there at the moment. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some image banners. So that way you need to open up like Photoshop or some sort of photo editor. I'm going to use Affinity Photo. I'm going to make mine 1200 pixels by 500. Okay, and that's what I suggest you do yours at. So it'll look a bit like that. Next thing I need to do is go onto Google and find some images. So I'm going to say like rock music wallpaper, right, and then go find something which is going to be at least 1200 pixels wide. So do you remember the actual Photoshop is going to be 1200 pixels wide? So these have to be at least 1200. So look round, there's one at 1280, there's one at 1912. That'll do just nicely. Save image as, and then we'll go to that one, get that as well. Let's find another one somewhere down here. That one there looks good. Yeah, and that's 2500. That's loads. So let's just save that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make individual slides out of that, at least 1200 pixels wide. So let's place these on. Okay, we'll do the next one. And the last one. Okie dokie, so we're ready to rock. So just basically all we got to do is move that over there, and I'm just going to export these one at a time. So we do export, I'm going to call this one slide 1 actually. Put that down there. This one. Slide 2. And lastly, slide 3. Yeah, okay, good. So we've got 3 in there. That'll do for the time being. You can always add more. I'm going to just leave that one down there. What I have to do is create a folder within music genre. So I can do a new folder here called images, or you can do it within the like through Finder. You can do that. So if we come back to here, music genre now has images. You can make folders through like your operating system or through the text editor. I'm going to put my images in there. So what I need to do, find these guys, put them in, and that one there, and where's number 3? Done. Let's get rid of those. Right, so our images are in. Let's go back up to our text editor. Now what we need to do is have a look through this carousel here. So you see carousel inner, and then it's a image source. Where is it? So it's in images, right? So let's try this. Images / and it was slide1.jp. Oh, it's found it, look, yeah. So let's do another one down there. Images, it will find it again. Oh, it will want us to do slide 2, and then we'll do this one here. Images / slide 3. Okay, so what you can do is press save, and then we can go look at this in the browser. Oh, so that is now working. Good. So now we've got 3 images in there working as a slider. Depending on how you've set your slider up, you may have to do something like this, a dot and a /, which means you're going back a directory. So if your images aren't appearing, try this. So that's my next tip. Save that, go back. That may even still work. I don't know. Yeah, it still works. So depending on how you set your folders up, that may be an issue, and I would say have a dot and a /. What that means is that please index, go up a directory and then go into images, and that's what that dot means. But sometimes a code editor is quite skilled at knowing where that file is, and it will go and get it regardless of that dot / All right, so that's how you get a carousel working in Bootstrap.